coercion and suppression of citizens' rights to vote.
Yeah, well, so Crosscheck is, it's a disaster. It's an effort to, under the guise of cleaning up our voter rolls, without adequate checks and without real due process, purge people. And it's a form of voter suppression. It's a cleaned up, sanitized form of voter suppression. So there was actually a hearing at the State Board of Elections a few days ago where some voting rights advocates were pushing the State Board of Elections not to participate in this. It's just, I mean, it's the simplest question in the world. It's the simplest question in the world, and we somehow are finding ourselves under Governor Rauner lurching in the wrong direction on this as well. And what's especially frustrating about this is that there are a variety of different ways to handle electronic voter rolls and cleaning up the voter rolls and integration of data between different states that all kind of sound similar to a lay audience, but some are actually targeted to clean voter rolls and expand the franchise, and some are designed specifically to purge. And so I was involved in the legislature in fighting to put us in something called ERIC, which is a national consortium of state election authorities that share data in a way that is designed specifically to expand the franchise in a way that means that when people move from one place to another, because those moves are typically tracked by other government entities, the election authority can find out about it and automatically update people's registration. To make sure that when people move from state to state, the new election authority finds out about them coming, so they're given the opportunity to register quickly and don't miss their first election. So there's actually positive systems that sound a lot like Crosscheck until you explain things in detail, and because of that, the people who are pushing this Crosscheck approach have been able to kind of pull the wool over a lot of folks' eyes. So this is the first time I've been asked this question in the campaign, and I'm thrilled. And I think we ought to talk about this way more often. There was an article I read today analyzing the impact of voter suppression on the general election outcome in Wisconsin, indicating that the very, very small margin was almost surely less than the number of votes that were suppressed because of Wisconsin's terrible policies. So this stuff really, really matters. It matters when it comes to election outcomes. It matters when it comes to which communities have their voices heard and which communities have their voices suppressed. It matters, therefore, when asking which communities are actually going to be properly represented in government, which communities do politicians feel obligated to listen to. And it's really appalling that after Illinois has gotten a lot right on automatic voter registration, same-day registration, voting by mail, early voting, we're now lurching in the wrong direction on this. We've got to do better.